Hello, dear friends. Sometimes, when you want to go to sleep, the best thing is somebody reading a long book of facts to help you drift off into a restful slumber. I know that's what I enjoy. So I have my hands on a book that I was gifted quite a while ago in a stocking filler for Christmas. It's called Man Facts. There is absolutely no reason for it to be called Man Facts. They are non-gendered facts. Comets throughout history, for example. Musical instruments, nothing to do with men. But I suppose it's a cynical marketing ploy to gift different coloured books to different types of people, make it easier on the buyer, I suppose. So find yourself a comfortable position, lay back, close your eyes, and I will read you softly as many facts as it takes for you to drift off to sleep. The world's largest ever rodent was the capybara. 65 kilograms, 1.3 meters. Land mammal is now extinct, the Parasaurolophus, 20 tons, 5.5 meters tall, in Europe and Central Asia. The sea mammal was the blue whale, 80 tons, 33 millimeters. Meters, not millimeters, that would be tiny, wouldn't it? Marsupial, Diprotodon, now extinct, of Australia, 2.7 tons, 3 meters. An insect, Meganeura, now extinct, with a 75 centimeter wingspan. The top 10 world's biggest animals on land. The African elephant, 8.5 tons, 6.66 meters. The Asian elephant, 4.2 tons, 5.94 meters. White rhinoceros, 2.3 tons, 3.78 meters. Hippopotamus, 2.5 tons, 3.35 meters. The gaur, 1.6 tons, 2.99 meters. Giraffe, 1.4 tons, 4.69 meters. Black rhinoceros, 1.2 tons, 3.43 meters. Walrus, 1.2 tons, 3.35 meters. Saltwater crocodile, 7.85 kilograms, 7.10 meters. Wild Asian water buffalo, 770 kilograms, 3.47 meters. The top 10 world's fastest animals on land. Cheetah, 71 miles an hour. Pronghorn antelope, 57 miles per hour. Blue wildebeest, 50 miles an hour. Lion, springbok, 50 miles an hour. Brown hare, red fox, 48 miles an hour. Grant's gazelle and Thompson's gazelle, 47 miles an hour. And horse, 45 miles an hour. The top 10 fastest animals in water. The black marlin, 80 miles an hour. Sailfish, 70 miles an hour. Mako shark, 60 miles an hour. Striped marlin, 50 miles an hour. Killer whale and wahoo, 48 miles an hour. Tunny, 46 miles an hour. Bluefish tuna, 44 miles an hour. Blue shark, 43 miles an hour. Swordfish, 40 miles per hour. Fastest in the air, the peregrine falcon, 200 miles an hour. Spine-tailed swift, 106 miles an hour. Frigate bird, 95 miles per hour. Spur-winged goose, 88 miles an hour. Red-breasted merganser, 80 miles an hour. white-rumped swift, 77 miles an hour. Canvasback duck, 72 miles an hour. Eider duck, 70 miles per hour. Teal, 68, and mallard, 65 miles per hour. Some fascinating facts are that peregrine falcons are the fastest animals in the world. They fly at an average speed of 90 miles an hour. An elephant, despite its ponderous appearance, can reach speeds of up to 25 miles per hour on an open stretch. And sloths move so slowly that algae is formed on their fur. This is advantageous as it serves as a camouflage and provides nutrients for the sloth to lick off. Collective nouns for groups of animals. Apes are a shrewdness, baboons are a congress, bears are a sleuth, butterflies are a rabble, cobras are a quiver, doves are piteousness, eagles a convocation, emus a mob, ferrets business, hawks kettle, lapwings deceit, larks exaltation, leopards leap, mice mischief, owls parliament, penguins huddle, rattlesnakes rumba, ravens unkindness, rhinoceroses crash, rooks storytelling, starlings murmuration, and weasels sneak. Fascinating facts. A cockroach can survive without its head. Entomologist Christopher Tipping decapitated cockroaches under a microscope, and a couple lasted for several weeks in a jar. Many birds migrate, but the Arctic tern travels furthest. It flies from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back again each year, a round trip of about 32,000 kilometers. The iguana can survive in exceptionally high temperatures. Conversely, a thick layer of blubber provides polar bears with such excellent insulation that their body temperature and metabolic rate remain the same, even at 37 degrees, minus 37 degrees C. More fascinating facts. There have been 5,568 recorded deaths worldwide caused by box jellyfish since 1954. They have up to 60 tentacles, and each one contains enough toxins to kill 50 people. The inland taipan carries enough venom to kill 100, but there are no recorded fatalities. The first fossil ever investigated was the femur of a megalosaurus found in 1676 in England. When the fragment was discovered, one Oxford professor concluded that it belonged to a giant human. The fossilized remains of Archaeopteryx were discovered in 1860–62 in Solnhofen, Germany. They were found not long after Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species was first published, and this fossil offered support for an evolutionary link between dinosaurs and birds. Top 10 world's biggest dinosaurs. Argentinosaurus, 100 tons, 36.58 meters. Sauroposeidon, over 60 tons, 29.87 meters. Spinosaurus, 13 tons, 15.85 meters. Shantungosaurus, 50 tons, 15.24 meters. Leoplorodon, 30 tons, 15.24 meters. And the Shonisaurus, 30 tons, 15.24 meters. Quetzalcoatlus, 100 kilograms and 13.72 meters. Sarcosuchus, 8 tons, 12.19 meters. A Utahraptor, 0.68 tons, 6.10 meters. Moschops, 1 ton, 4.88 meters. Weighing less than an ounce, Pee-wee, the smallest hamster in the world, was only just bigger than a 50-pence piece and could fit inside a matchbox. The world's smallest recorded insects are feather-winged beetles and parasitic wasps found in the New World tropics. The smallest ones are 0.2 millimeters long, and they outwardly show the features of an insect, while having the full complement of internal organs. The zorilla, or striped polecat, lives in arid regions of southern Africa. Its smell is so potent that it can tickle your nostril hairs from half a mile away. Herrings communicate through farting, and they fart all the time, which means they must have a lot to talk about. The elusive sweet-toothed binturong is a member of the civet family and lies in the tropical forests of southern Asia. It's a bizarre animal with a scent that is said to be like buttered popcorn. Termites, not cows, are the undisputed fart champions of the world. It is estimated that they're responsible for as much as 11% of all global methane emissions, twice as much as cows. The top 10 world's longest living animals. Quahog marine clam, 200 plus years. A marine clam named Ming, the world's oldest animal, was killed in 2006 at 507 years old by scientists trying to find out how old it was. It's a shame. Giant tortoise, 150 years. Greek tortoise, 110 years. Killer whale, 90 years. European eel, 88 years. Lake sturgeon, 82 years. Sea anemone, 80 years. Elephant, 78 years. Freshwater mussel, 75 years. And whale shark, 70 years. Art and artists. The source of natural pigments. The colour crimson, red, from an insect called Kermes vermilion. Ultramarine, blue, and lapis lazuli. Indigo, dark purple, extract of indigofera plant, or the woad or Glaston plant. Tyrian purple, secretions of the sea snail. Cochineal, red, the cochineal insect. Burnt sienna, iron oxide. And verdigris, green, a copper and vinegar mix. The 5 major orders of classical architecture. Doric, fluted shafts, 3 vertical bands and square panels. Ionic, densely fluted shafts, scrolls carved out on capital. Corinthian, fluted column and capital, carved with 2 rows of acanthus leaves and scrolls. Tuscan, the Roman adaptation of Doric, plain shaft and no fluting. And composite, a Roman blend of Ionic scrolls and Corinthian acanthus leaves. The top 5 world's most prolific artists. Maurice Katz, 1932 to 2010, over 280,000 works. Pablo Picasso, 1881 to 1973, 147,800 works. Ik Jun Kang, 1960 to present, 40,000 paintings. Pierre-Auguste Renoir, 1841 to 1919, 6,000 paintings. Barus Kangali, 1892 to 1922, nearly 4,000 works. As of the time of writing in this book, The top 10 world's most expensive paintings ever sold. La Femme de Alger, Pablo Picasso, $179.3 million at Christie's 2015. Number 5, 1948, Jackson Pollock, $140 million, private sale in 2006. Woman 3, Willem de Kooning, $137.5 million, private sale in 2006. Portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer, first, Gustav Klimt, $135 million, a private sale, 2006. Nouveau Plateau de Sculpteur, Pablo Picasso, $106.5 million at Christie's in 2010. Garçon à la Pipe, Pablo Picasso, $104.1 million, Sotheby's, 2004. 8 Elvises, Andy Warhol, $100 million, private sale, 2008. Dora Maar, Pablo Picasso, $95.2 million, Sotheby's in 2006. Triptych, 1976, Francis Bacon, $86.3 million, Sotheby's, 2008. And the Portrait of Dr. Gachet, Vincent van Gogh, $82.5 million, Christie's, 1990. The most valuable art thefts. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, Boston, 1990. 13 paintings over $500 million. The Van Gogh Museum, Amsterdam, 91. 20 paintings, $500 million. E.G. Berle Collection, Zurich, 2008. 4 major works, $163 million. The Stockholm Modern Museum, Sweden, 1993. 8 works by Picasso and Braque, $60 million. The Stockholm National Museum, Sweden, 2000, Renoir and Rembrandt paintings, $30 million. I think they need to look at their security, don't you? The National Gallery, London, 1961, the Portrait of the Duke of Wellington by Goya, $400,000. But that was the value at the time of the robbery. It's now worth approximately $3.2 million in 2016. When 3 ski-masked men snatched a Cézanne, a Degas, a Van Gogh and a Monet, together worth an estimated $163 million from a Zurich museum, they failed to take the most expensive paintings in the collection. Benvenuto Cellini's Saliera, known as the Mona Lisa of sculpture, and worth $60 million, was stolen from a museum in Vienna in 2003 and spent 2 years under the bed at the first-time thief before any attempt was made to ransom it. The piece was recovered and the thief caught in 2006. While revelers partied during the 2006 Rio de Janeiro Carnival, 4 armed men used the chaos to make off with paintings worth at least $20 million from a nearby museum. Goya's famous painting of the Duke of Wellington was snatched from London's National Gallery in 1961, only to reappear in the lair of Dr. No during the first James Bond film. The real painting was returned voluntarily 6 years later. The top 10 world's most faked artists: Giorgio de Chirico, Jean-Baptiste Camille Corot, Salvador Dali, Honor Daumier, Vincent van Gogh, Kazimir Malevich, Amadeo Modigliani, Frederick Remington, Auguste Rodin, and Maurice Utrillo. The top 10 world's biggest artworks: Mundi Man or El Diman Ando, 4 million square meters. Surrounded Islands by Christo and Jean-Claude, 603,850 square meters. The Wave, Juro Siroglavich, 13,000 square meters. Mother Earth, David Aberg, 7,989 square meters. Smiley Face, the students of Robb College, New South Wales, 6,729 square meters. Hero, Eric Waugh, 3,846 square meters. Panorama, Mesdag, Hendrik Willem Mesdag, 1,145 1,000.5 square meters. The Battle of Atlanta, American Panorama Company, 947.43 square meters. The large-scale artist Ando painted onto the landscape of the Mundi Mundi Plains in New South Wales, Australia, creating an artwork more than 6 times larger than the largest work of art in the world, completed by Il Cristo and Jean-Claude when they wrapped 11 islands in Florida in floating fabric. Must have been huge. The Turner Prize winners between 2006 and 2015. 2006, Thomas Atz. 2007, Mark Wallinger. 2008, Mark Leckey. 2009, Richard Wright. 2010, Susan Phillips. 2011, Martin Boyce. 2012, Elizabeth Bryce. 2013, Laura Provost. 2014, Duncan Campbell. And 2015, Assemble. Damien Hirst is known for his controversial artworks, none more so than his Mother and Child Divided, which shows a cow and a calf cut into sections and exhibited in a series of separate vitrines. Tracy Emin's infamous installation, Everyone I Have Ever Slept With, 1963 to 95, consisted of a tent which had the 102 names of her past lovers sewn into the lining. It was destroyed in a warehouse fire in 2004. The top 5 most expensive sculptures sold at auction. L'Homme au Doigt, The Pointing Man, Alberto Giacometti, sold at Christie's, New York, May 2015 for $141.3 million. L'Homme Guimage 1, Alberto Giacometti, sold at Sotheby's, London, February 2010 for $104.3 million. Chariot by Alberto Giacometti, sold at Sotheby's, New York, November 2014 for $101 million. Tête by Amedeo Modigliani, sold at Christie's, Paris, June 2010 for $59.5 million. And Balloon Dog Orange, Jeff Koons, sold at Christie's, New York, November 2013 for $58.4 million. The top 10 world's oldest artworks. The Auditorium Cave Petroglyphs, Madhya Pradesh in central India, 290,000 to 700,000 BC. The Raki Chatan Cave Petroglyphs at Madhya Pradesh, central India, 290,000 to 700,000 BC. The Venus of Barakat Ram, Golan Heights, Israel, 230,000 to 700,000 BC. The Venus of Tantan, Morocco, 200,000 to 500,000 BC. The Blombos Cave Rock Art in South Africa, 70,000 BC. La Farasi Cave Cupules, Les Isis d'Ordon, France, 70,000 to 40,000 BC. Swabian Jura Ivory Carvings, Germany, 33,000 to 30,000 BC. Bone Venus of Kostensky, Russia, 30,000 BC. The Venus of Montpensier, France, 30,000 BC. The Chavot Cave Paintings, Ardèche in France, 30,000 to 23,000 BC. Visitors to the State Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia, have to walk 15 miles to see the 322 galleries housing nearly 3 million works of art. As an engineer, Leonardo da Vinci conceived ideas vastly ahead of his own time, conceptually inventing a helicopter, a tank, the use of concentrated solar power, a calculator, and a rudimentary theory of plate tectonics, the double hull, and many others. In 1961, Matisse's Le Bateau, the boat, hung upside down for 2 months in the Museum of Modern Art, New York. None of the 116,000 visitors had noticed. And Vincent van Gogh only sold one painting during his lifetime. The Red Vineyard at Arles was bought for 400 francs by Anna Bosch. Computer science. Key dates in the history of computers. 1833, Charles Babbage designs the first general-purpose analytical engine. 1842, Ada Augusta King Knoll, Countess of Lovelace, weaves instructions on punched cards based on language compatible with the analytical engine. She is often regarded as the first computer programmer. 1943, Konrad Zuse develops his Z3 computer in Berlin, Germany, which uses the binary number system and performs floating point arithmetic. 1946, Konrad Zuse develops the world's first programming language, Plancalcul. 1949, Maurice Wilkes and the staff of the Mathematical Laboratory at Cambridge University in the UK develop EDSAC, the first fully functional stored program computer. 1950, the floppy disk is invented at the Imperial University in Tokyo by Dr. Yoshiro Nakamatsu. 1976, the first Apple computer, Apple I, is shown to the public. 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invents the World Wide Web. 1995, the first online bookstore, Amazon.com, is launched by Jeff Bezos. 1995, eBay is founded by Pierre Omidyar. 1998, Larry Page and Sergey Brin found Google. 2004, Facebook is launched. 2007, the Apple iPhone brings many functions of a computer to the smartphone. 2012, Apple launches the iPad. And 2016, Apple releases the iPhone 7. Units of data. 1 bit, the smallest unit of data used by a computer. 4 bits, a nibble, semi-octet. 8 bits, byte, octet, a character of information, for example, A. 16 bits, word, 2 octets. 32 bits, D-word. 64 bits, Q-word. 1 kilobyte, 1,000 characters of information. 1 megabyte, 1,000,000 characters of information. 1 gigabyte, 1,000,000,000 characters of information. 1 terabyte, 1,000 billion characters of information. Some Apple products up until the year 2016. Apple I, 1976, the personal computer. Apple II, 1977. Apple III, 1980. Lisa, personal computer, 1983. Macintosh 128K, the first original Apple Mac, 1984. The Macintosh Portable, the first battery-powered portable PC, 1989. A laptop, the PowerBook, in 91. Power Macintosh, 1994, workstation, PC. An iMac, 1998. iBook, 1999. iPod, 2001. Mac Mini, 2005. MacBook, 2006. Apple TV, a digital media receiver, not the subscription we see today. iPhone, 2007. MacBook Air. iPad in 2010. iCloud 2011. iPad Mini in 2012. Apple Watch in 2015. And iPhone 7 in 2016. And the rest, they say, is history. The top paid apps for iPhone in 2016, as of June 2016. This will be interesting. Minecraft Pocket Edition. Heads Up. Teeny Titans, a Teen Titans Go. Akinator the Genie. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Facetune. 7-Minute Workout Challenge. Geometry Dash. Bloons TD5. And the Game of Life Classic Edition. And as of June 2016, the 10 most popular websites on the internet: Google.com, YouTube.com, Facebook.com, Baidu.com, Yahoo.com, Amazon.com, Wikipedia.org, QQ.com, Google.co.in, Twitter.com. The 12 engineers at IBM who designed and built the prototype personal computer were known as the Dirty Dozen. As of 2016, the top 10 countries with the highest number of internet users: China, 674 million, 50% of their population; India, 375 million, 30% of population. USA, 280 million, 87.4%. Brazil, 117 million, 57.6%. Japan, 114 million, 90.6%. Russia, 103 million, 70.5%. Nigeria, 92 million, 51.1%. Indonesia, 78 million, 30.5%. Germany, 71 million, 88.4%. And Mexico, 60 million, 49.3%. The top 10 worst computer viruses. The Morris worm in 1998 affected 10% of all computers connected to the internet. The concept virus of 95 infected Microsoft Word documents. CIH, aka the Chernobyl virus in 98, overwrites a chip, paralyzing the computer. The Anacornicova worm, 2001, malicious attachment posing as a photo of the tennis player. I Love You, aka the Love Bug of 2000, was designed to steal internet access passwords. The Melissa virus of 99 was a mass-mailing macro-virus that inserted a Simpsons quote into Word documents. 7. The Blaster worm, 2003, launched a denial-of-service attack against Microsoft's website. 8. The Netsky worm, 2004, and Sasa worm, over 1 million computers were affected. The Solar Sunrise of 98 took control of over 500 systems belonging to the army, government and private sector in the USA. And the Code Red worm, 2001, developed to use the power of all infected computers against the White House website. The estimated damage was $2 billion. Engineering and inventions. The top 10 world's longest suspension bridges, the length of their central span. The Akashi Kaiko, Japan, 1991 meters. Xiamen, China, 1650 meters. The Great Belt in Denmark, 1624 meters. Yisun-sin in South Korea, 1545 meters. Ranyang in China, 1490 meters. The fourth Nanjing Yangtze, China, 1418 meters. Humber in England, 1410 meters. Jiangyin in China, 1385 meters. Singma in China, 1377 meters. Hardanger in Norway, 1310 meters. The top 10 world's longest tunnels. Gotthard Base, Switzerland, 35.4 miles. Saikan in Japan, 33.5 miles. The Channel Tunnel to the UK and France, 31.3 miles. The Lochberg Base, Switzerland, 21.5 miles. Iwate-Ichinoi, Japan, 16 miles. Lærdal, Norway, 15.2 miles. Daishimizu, Japan, 13.8 miles. Wuxiaoling, China, 13.1 miles. Simplon, Switzerland, Italy, 12.3 miles. And Verena, Switzerland, 11.8 miles. The top 10 world's tallest buildings as of 2016. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai, 829 metres, 163 floors. The Makkah Royal Clock Tower Hotel in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, 601 metres, 120 floors. One World Trade Center, New York, USA, 541 metres, 94 floors. Taipei 101 in Taipei, Taiwan, 508 metres and 101 floors. Shanghai World Financial Center in Shanghai, 492 metres, 101 floors. International Commerce Center in West Kowloon, Hong Kong, 484 metres, 108 floors. Petronas Tower 1 and 2, the Twin Towers of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, 452 metres and 88 floors. Xifeng Tower, Nanjing, China, 450 metres and 66 floors. The Willis Tower in Chicago, USA, 442 metres and 110 floors. And Jinmao Building in Shanghai, 421 metres and 88 floors. The top 10 world's longest vehicular bridges are the Danyang Kunshan Grand and Rail, China, 102.4 miles. The Changhua Kaohsiung in Rail, Taiwan, 97.8 miles. The Tianjin Grand Rail, China, 70.6 miles. The Wainanwei Grand Rail, China, 49.5 miles. The Bang Na Highway in Thailand, 33.5 miles. The Beijing Grand, China, 29.9 miles. Lake Pontchartrain Highway, Louisiana, USA, 23.9 miles. The Manchac Swamp Highway in Louisiana, USA, 22.8 miles. Yankun Rail, China, 22.3 miles. And Hangshu Bay in a highway in China, 22.2 miles. One of the oldest man-made structures still standing is the Step Pyramid at Saqqara in Egypt. Built as a tomb for Pharaoh Djoser, it is believed to have been constructed between 2066 to 2648 BC. The Neolithic temple of Hagar Qin, located on the Mediterranean island of Malta, is thought to date back to the Gangija phase in 3600 to 3200 BC. I've been there, very old. The oldest known collective human settlement with buildings is Kataruyuk and dates back to 7500 BC. A structure thought to be the world's oldest building, twice the age of the pyramids, has been found beneath the sea off the coast of Japan and contains a rectangular stone ziggurat believed to have been built in 8000 BC. The top 10 longest British rail tunnels. The Severn, connecting Bristol to Newport, 4.28 miles. Totley, Manchester to Sheffield, 3.44 miles. Standedge, Manchester to Huddersfield, 3.04 miles. Sodbury, Swindon to Bristol, 2.53 miles. Strood, Medway, Kent, 2.24 miles. Disley, Stockport to Sheffield, 2.2 miles. Fiestiniuk, Llandudno to Blaenau-Festiniog, 2.14 miles. Bramhope, Horsforth to Wheaton, 2.14 miles. Calburn, Manchester to Sheffield, 2.1 miles. And North Downs in Maidstone in Kent, 1.99 miles. There are some 10,460 miles of railway in the UK. The longest station platform in the UK is at Gloucester Station and is 602.6 metres long. Network Rail has 40,000 bridges, tunnels and viaducts throughout Great Britain, as well as around 9,000 level crossings and over 1,100 signal boxes. Big on trains here. Top 5 world's deepest mines. The Mponeng in Johannesburg, South Africa, over 2.5 miles. Savuka, Westwit, South Africa, 2.3 miles. Driefontein, Carletonville, South Africa, 2.1 miles. Kusasalethu, Carletonville, South Africa, 2 miles. And Moab Kotsong, Johannesburg, South Africa, 1.9 miles. The top 10 world's biggest power stations by output. The Three Gorges Dam in China, 22,500 megawatts. Itaipu Dam, Brazil, Paraguay, 40,000 megawatts. Jiludu Dam, China, 13,860 megawatts. Guri Dam, Venezuela, 10,235 megawatts. Tucuri Dam, Brazil, 8,370 megawatts. Kashiwazaki Kaiwa Nuclear Power Plant, Japan, 7,965 megawatts. The Grand Coulee Dam in the USA, 6,809 megawatts. Jiangjiaba Dam in China, 6,448 megawatts. The Longtan Dam, China, 6,426 megawatts. Sayano-Shushenskaya Dam in Russia, 6,400 megawatts. The top 10 world's largest diamonds. The Golden Jubilee, 545.67 carat. The Star of Africa, 530.2 carat. The Incomparable, 407.48 carat. The Cullinan II, 317.4 carat. Spirito de Griziano, 312.24 carat. Centenary, 273.83 carat. Jubilee, 245.35 carat. The De Beers, 234.65 carat. The Red Cross, 205.07 carat. And Millennium Star, 203.4 carat. The depth of the Mooney diamond mine hole is such that wind currents inside cause a downdraft that's resulted in helicopters being sucked in. It produces 10 million carats of diamond per year. The famous Hope diamond is supposedly cursed. Legend has it that the jewel was removed from the eye socket of a Hindu statue in India and has since brought bad luck to its subsequent owners in the form of bankruptcy, insanity, suicide, and even being torn apart by wild dogs. The Mohs scale, which is named after German mineralogist Friedrich Mohs, is the scale used for comparing relative hardness of minerals. Each mineral on the scale can be scratched by the harder ones below it. Talc, gypsum, calcite, fluorite, apatite, orthoclase, quartz, topaz, corundum, diamond. The top 10 world's tallest churches. Chicago Methodist Temple in the USA, 173 meters. Sagrada Familia, Barcelona, Spain, 170 meters. Ulm Cathedral, Ulm, Germany, 162. Basilica of Our Lady of Peace, Yamoussoukro, in the Ivory Coast, 158 meters. Cologne Cathedral in Germany, 157 meters. Rouen Cathedral in France, 151 meters. St. Nicholas Church, Hamburg, Germany, 147 meters. Notre Dame, Strasbourg in France, 144 meters. Basilica of Our Lady of Lichen, Poland, 140 meters. And St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, 138 meters. Inventions and their inventors. 3D printing, Chuck Hull, USA, 1984. Adding machine, Blaise Pascal, France, 1642. Aeroplane, Orville and Wilbur Wright, USA, 1903. Ambulance, Dominique Jean Larrey, France, 1792. Aqualung, Jacques Cousteau and Émile Gagnon, France, 1943. Atomic bomb, Otto Frisch, Niels Bohr, Rudolf Peierls, Austria, Denmark and Germany, 1939-45. Automatic loo, Joseph-Marie Jacquard, France, 1801. The ballpoint pen, Ladislao Biro, Hungary, 1944. Barometer, Evangelista Torricelli, Italy, 1643. Electric battery, Alessandra Volta, Italy, 1800. Bicycle, self-propelled, Kirkpatrick Macmillan, UK, 1839-40. The bouncing bomb, Barnes Wallis, UK, 1943. The car with internal combustion, Gottlieb Daimler, Germany, 1884. The petrol car, Carl Benz of Mercedes-Benz, Germany, 1886. Cash register, William Burroughs, USA, 1892. Cat's eyes, Percy Shaw, UK, 1934. Cement, Portland, Joseph Aspdin, UK, 1824. Cinema, Augustin Louis Lumière, France, 1895. Clock, mechanical, Shi Ying, China, AD 725. Coffee, instant coffee, Nestle, Switzerland, 1937. The contraceptive pill, Gregor Pincus, in USA, 1950. The credit card, Ralph Schneider and Frank McNamara, USA, 1950. Crossword, Arthur Wynne, USA, 1913. Diesel engine, Rudolf Diesel, Germany, 1894. Digital camera, Gareth Lloyd and Stephen Sasson, USA, 1977. The electric chair, Harold P. Brown and Arthur E. Kennelly, USA, 1888. The electric guitar, Adolf Rickenbacker, Paul Barth and George D. Beauchamp, USA, 1931. Electric light bulb, Thomas Edison, USA, 1879. The electric telegraph, Georges Louis Lesage, Switzerland, 1774. The escalator, Jesse W. Reno, USA, 1892. The film with soundtrack, Lee D. Forrest, USA, 1919. The flying shuttle, John Kay, UK, 1733. The fountain pen, Lewis E. Waterman, USA, 1884. Frozen food processor, Clarence Birdseye, USA, 1929. Helicopter first manned Louis and Jacques Breguet, France 1907. The hovercraft Christopher Cockerell, UK 1956. Jeans Levi Strauss, USA 1872. Jet engine Frank Whittle, UK 1930. Lawnmower James Edward Ransom, UK 1902. The light bulb Joseph Swan and Thomas Edison of the UK and USA 1878. The machine gun James Puckle, UK 1718. Margarine Hippolyte Meguet-Murier, France 1868. The match Robert Boyle, UK 1680. The mechanical computer Charles Babbage, UK 1835. Microscope Zacharias Janssen, the Netherlands 1590. The microwave oven Percy LeBaron Spencer, USA 1946. The miner's safety lamp Humphrey Davy in the UK 1850. Motorcycle Gottlieb Daimler, Germany 1885. Nylon Wallace H. Carruthers, USA 1938. The paperclip Johan Wahler, Norway 1899. The passenger lift and elevator Elisha Graves Otis, USA 1857. The pencil Nicolas Jacques Conté, France 1795. Photographic film George Eastman, USA 1889. Pianoforte Bartolomeo Cristofori, Italy 1720. Plastics John W. Hyatt, 1868. Pneumatic bicycle tyre John Boyd Dunlop, UK 1888. The pocket calculator Jack Kilby, James Van Tassel and Jerry Merriman, USA 1972. The power loom Edmund Cartwright in UK 1785. The printing press Johannes Gutenberg, Germany 1450. Radar Robert Watson Watt, UK 1935. Transatlantic radio Guglielmo Marconi, Italy 1901. The safety razor King Camp Gillette, USA 1895. Record the LP Peter Goldmark, USA 1948. The revolver Samuel Colt, USA 1835. Safety pin Walter Hunt, USA 1849. Scotch tape Richard Drew, USA 1930. Sewing machine Barthélemy Thimonier, France 1830. Skyscraper William Le Baron Jenny, USA 1882. Spinning jenny James Hargreaves, UK 1764. Spinning mule Samuel Crompton, UK 1779. Stapler Charles Henry Gould, UK 1868. Steam engine James Watt, UK 1765. Steam locomotive Richard Trevithick, UK 1804. Stainless steel Harry Brearley, 1913. The stethoscope René Théophile H. Lennick, France of 1816. The submarine Cornelius Drebbel, the Netherlands, 1620. Sunscreen Eugene Schuler, France, 1936. The tank Ernest Swinton, UK, 1916. Telephone Alexander Graham Bell, USA, 1876. Telescope Isaac Newton, UK, 1668. The refracting telescope Hans Lippershey in the Netherlands, 1608. Television John Logie Baird of the UK, 1926. Traffic lights J.P. Knight, UK, 1868. The typewriter William Burt, USA, 1829. The vacuum cleaner Hubert Cecil Booth, UK, 1901. Vending machine Percival Everett, UK, 1883. The washing machine Electric Hurley Machine Company, USA, in 1908. The water frame Richard Arkwright in the UK, 1769. And the zip fastener Whitcomb L. Judson, USA, 1893. Some fascinating facts. American chemist Thomas Mitchley, who developed both the environmentally deadly tetrethyl lead additive to petrol and chlorofluorocarbones, CFC, died of strangulation in 1944 due to another of his inventions. Disabled from polio, he became entangled in the ropes of a system to help him out of bed. When British merchant Peter Durand invented the metal can in 1810, he overlooked the need for a device to open it. The telescope was accidentally discovered when Hans Lippershey looked through two lenses and saw that the image was magnified. The first rickshaw was invented in 1869 by Reverend E. Jonathan Scobie to transport his invalid wife around the streets of Yokohama. The Band-Aid was invented by a Johnson & Johnson employee Earl Dixon. His wife was rather accident-prone, so he devised a bandage that she could apply without help. The Slinky toy was the result of a failed attempt by engineer Richard James to produce an anti-vibration device for ship instruments. His goal was to develop a meter designed to monitor horsepower on naval battleships. James was working with tension springs when one of the springs fell to the ground. He saw how the spring kept moving after it hit the ground, and an idea for a toy was born. Kleenex tissue was originally designed to be a gas mask filter. It was developed at the beginning of World War I to replace cotton, which was then in short supply as a surgical dressing. An X-ray was discovered purely by accident. When German physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen was experimenting with cathode rays in 1895, he put an activated Crookes tube in a book and went out to lunch. When he returned, he discovered that a key that had also been placed in the book showed up as an image on the developed film. Speaking of film, we're now into film. The top 10 greatest films ever made as rated by Internet Movie Database users as of June 2016. So this might be a snapshot of then. The Shawshank Redemption, The Godfather Part 2, The Dark Knight, Schindler's List, 12 Angry Men, Pulp Fiction, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and Fight Club. The iconic Hollywood sign is made up of 50-foot high letters. They stand near the tip of Beechwood Canyon's Mount Lee, the highest peak in Los Angeles. The letters were built in 1923 by property developers to advertise their new sites called Hollywoodland. It was only in the 1940s, when the film business ballooned, that the last 4 letters were removed. So as of 2015, the highest paid annual earnings of the year 2015. Again, another snapshot of the past. Robert Downey Jr., $80 million. Jennifer Lawrence, $52 million. Jackie Chan, $50 million. Vin Diesel, $47 million. Bradley Cooper, $41.5 million. Adam Sandler, $41 million. Tom Cruise, $40 million. Scarlett Johansson, $35.5 million, along with Amitabh Bachchan and Salman Khan, all on $33.5 million. The Academy Award for Best Actor in numbers. 3 is the number of awards Daniel Day-Lewis has won, making him the actor with the most wins in this category. 8 is the number of nominations Peter O'Toole received, making him the actor with the most nominations without ever having won. 9 is the age of the youngest nominee, Jackie Cooper, for the film Skippy. Number 9 is the number of nominations received by both Spencer Tracy and Laurence Olivier, making them the most nominated in the category. 29 is the age of the youngest winner, Adrian Brody, for the film The Pianist. And 76, the age of the oldest winner, Henry Fonda, for the film On Golden Pond. 79 is the age of the oldest nominee, Richard Farnsworth, for the film The Straight Story. Academy Award for Best Actress in numbers. 4 is the number of awards Katharine Hepburn has won, making her the actress with the most wins in this category. 6 is the number of nominations Deborah Kerr has received, making her the actress with the most nominations without ever having won. 9, the age of the youngest nominee, Quvenzhané Wallis, for the film Beasts of the Southern Wild. 13, the number of nominations Meryl Streep has received, making her the actress with the most nominations in this category. 21, the age of the youngest winner, Marlee Matlin, for the film Children of a Lesser God. 80, the age of the oldest winner, Jessica Tandy, for the film Driving Miss Daisy. And 85, the age of the oldest nominee, Emmanuel Riva, for the film Amour. The record for most nominations without a single win is held by A Turning Point and The Colour Purple. Both were nominated for 11 Academy Awards. Art director Roland Anderson was nominated a record 15 times without a win. Composer Alex North also had 15 nominations without a competitive win, but in 1985 received an honorary Oscar statuette. the top 10 most quoted film lines of all time. I'm not sure how they'd quantify this, but let's hear. I'll be back by the Terminator. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Gone with the Wind. Beam me up, Scotty, which is not strictly a verbatim quote from Star Trek. May the Force be with you, Star Wars. Life is like a box of chocolates, Forrest Gump. You talking to me, Taxi Driver. Show me the money, Jerry Maguire. Do you feel lucky, punk? Dirty Harry, again not a verbatim quote. Here's looking at you, kid, Casablanca. And nobody puts baby in the corner from Dirty Dancing. The top 3 longest kisses on film. Stephanie Sharon and Gregory Smith in Kids in America, 2005, 5 minutes 57 seconds. Tina Fey and Steve Carell in Date Night, 2010, 4 minutes 23 seconds. And Tracy Dinwiddie and Nekar Zargan in Elena Undone, 2010, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Fascinating fact, Sean Connery also starred as James Bond in Never Say Never Again in 1983. The film is considered unofficial because Eon Productions, the company behind the familiar James Bond franchise of films, did not create it, hence the absence of such Bond film iconography as the gun barrel opening, the distinctive title sequences, or the Monty Norman composed James Bond theme. Films and numbers. 24. The number of times that Arthur Conan Doyle's The Hound of Baskervilles has been adapted for the screen. 127. The number of retakes that Shelley Duvall had to do for a single scene in The Shining. It holds the world record. 649 is the number of times it is thought that the character Dracula is mentioned in all films. It's also the most depicted character in screen history, making an appearance in over 200 films. 1958 is the year that Indian comic actress Manorama began her career. In 1985, she appeared in her 1000th movie, making her the most prolific lead performer in film history. 1969 is the number of movies produced in India in 2014, and 6 times the number produced in Hollywood that year. 5813, the number of cinemas in China, meaning that there are 250,000 people to every cinema. 40,000 is the number of cinemas in the USA, making it the country with the most in the world. 166,352 is the number of paintings used to create the Disney classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs of 1937. And 615,384 is the cost in dollars per second of the most expensive reel of film in history. The 20-second clip was shot by Abraham Zapruder and shows the assassination of President Kennedy on the 22nd of November 1963. Its total value is $16 million. And with that, I will put a pin in it for you to be able to drift off into rest, full slumber. We'll have more facts and sleepy times together. But until then, sweet dreams, good night, and goodbye.